guys, it's Becky. Welcome back to my channel. If you are already subscribed to me, if you're new, hey, I'm glad you stopped by today, and hopefully you'll subscribe and become part of my YouTube channel family. Today's video I wasn't planning to make, but I've been getting asked this question so many times that I thought I would just answer it in a video. If you don't know already, we are like a Disney obsessed family. I've gone to Disney World every year since I was about 9 years old. Now that we have our own family and our own kids, both girls, when they were starting when they were 2 years old, we would start taking them to Disney. So they've been every year since they were 2. A couple years we went more than once, and it's just a huge part of our family, a huge part of our traditions that we have together every year, and I cannot tell you how much I love Disney World. And a lot of you guys have been asking, like, what are we doing? Are we gonna go back this year? Do we have another trip planned? So yes, we do. We actually have 2 trips planned. If you don't know already and you had a Disney reservation that got canceled because of what's going on, which ours did, they were giving you basically what they called a recovery discount. So you would call and you would tell them that my trip's gonna be canceled because, you know, you're not open or we're not coming because of the situation. I want to rebook and use the recovery discount. And the recovery discount was that you got the quick service dining option for free. If you guys know us and you've watched my Disney planning videos in the past, if you haven't, you definitely should check out my Disney playlist. It's linked for you. We do not get the dining plan anymore because for us, it's not a good value. It's actually cheaper for us to pay out of pocket, but if it's gonna be free, I'm all about it. I was fine with that. So we booked for September with the free quick service dining, and then we upgraded to the regular dining so we can get 1 table service, 1 counter service, and 1 snack per person per day. So it was an upcharge, even though the baseline, like the quick service dining part of it, was free. I don't know if we're gonna be able to go in September. Even if the parks are open, I am not gonna go if there's a bunch of restrictions, and I'll get into that in a minute. So what I did, I made the September reservation, already made our dining reservations, and then I think in June or July, we were supposed to be making our Fast Pass reservations. But then I was thinking, well, what if we don't get to go in September for different reasons, but we decide we can go later in the year, like November or December. And if I don't go ahead and make a reservation now, then I can't start making dining reservations. And if we decide to go last minute, we would not get a lot of our favorite dining reservations. So, because you can start making dining reservations at Disney 6 months in advance if you have a reservation. So I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and make a reservation for early December. That way in June, like early June, I would be making dining reservations for December. So now we have 2 Disney resort reservations, and the only thing is the recovery discount does not work towards the December trip, but if they're open, any other valid discount that they're offering at that time, I can apply to that trip, if that makes sense. So we have a reservation in September, we have a reservation in December. The main question I think people want to know is when we're gonna go. So assuming that Disney World opens back up here in the next couple months, and if it's open in September, I don't have a problem going, but I'm not gonna go if I feel like it's either not safe or if there's a bunch of restrictions in place. I don't mind if they take my temperature when I come in, that's fine. And as far as the hand washing stations that they set up before they actually close the parks, I'm all for that. I think those should have been up all the time. I don't think it should have taken this situation to make them have hand washing stations, you know, sprinkled around the park, to be able to wash your hands more often and to wash your hands whenever possible instead of using hand sanitizer. So the hand washing stations are a great addition. I think they should always stay, and I hope they always stay, even years and years and years down the road when hopefully this is over or under control. I hope they still keep the hand washing stations. So I have no problem with that. But what I'm not gonna do is pay thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to go to Disney World and wear a mask. I'm not gonna go if there are restrictions on capacity. I'm not gonna go if there are certain rides that are not open because of this. Like, I'm not doing any of that stuff. As much as I love Disney World, and as much as it pains me to say that, if that means skipping a trip this year, I'm skipping it. If that means skipping the trip next year, I'm skipping that one too. Like, I'm not going to go down there and be reminded constantly 24/7 on vacation that I should be scared of something. You know, you always have to have awareness, and you always have to be careful. You know, you wear sunscreen when you're out in the sun because you don't want to get a sunburn. You wash your hands before you eat because you don't want to get, you know, germs. You take these precautions, and those are fine. Those are not intrusive. But wearing a mask is very intrusive. Plus, it's not fail-safe because, I mean, you obviously have to take it off to eat. and it would be hot and sticky. And can you imagine like wearing sunscreen, like, and then a mask and bleh. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And I'm not gonna go with limited capacity. I'm not gonna go if I feel like, if all the rides are not gonna be open, because a Disney World vacation is too expensive to go and not get the full 100% package when you go. So that's it. That's it in a nutshell. So if that means not going in September, that's just the way it is. If that means not going in December, that's just the way it is. I mean, I don't know that everything will ever be back to normal. Maybe, what we called normal before, but I definitely think there's a happy medium between wearing a mask and, you know, limited capacity and, you know, other precautions that you can take that can be more normal. But that's why I go on vacation. You go on vacation to get away from the stress of the world and everything that's going on, and you want to be able to be fully immersed and able to enjoy everything there is to enjoy. And you can't do that if you're wearing a mask or you're constantly being reminded that something's not right and maybe you should be scared that you're here. That's kind of my feeling about it. And I don't know how you guys feel. I definitely want to hear your opinion on how you feel about going versus not going, when you would feel safe going. Would you go if you had to wear a mask? Would you go if there was limited capacity? Like, I want to know what you guys think, but that's where my brain is right now. Now, obviously, I guess things could change, but I can't imagine what it would take to make me change my mind, because I'm just not willing to spend, you know, $5,000 to $6,000 on a vacation that I cannot fully enjoy, and where I'm constantly being reminded that there's something around here that I should be afraid of. I can't imagine that. I don't plan on doing that. So that's very hard for me to say, because you guys know how much I love Disney World, and you know how much I love making Disney videos for you all. And I do it every year. But I just, that's how I feel, and I wanted to share with you guys to kind of answer all the questions I've been getting. That we do have trips booked, yes. I will go ahead and plan them as if we're gonna be able to go, because you kind of have to with a Disney vacation. But I'm not gonna go if things are not fully open and non-restricted with masks and stuff by the time we go. So I would be interested to know how many of you guys had Disney vacations that had to be canceled. Have you rescheduled, or are you gonna reschedule? So just let me know that stuff in the comments. Make sure if you're missing Disney and you want some Disney videos to watch to make you happy, then definitely check out my Disney playlist. It's linked for you in the description box. Make sure you don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.